welcome back to our last show. I'm Brandy Smith.
And I'm Elsie Barnhart, and welcome back.
Yeah, it's our last show because the semester is over, but there's a lot of fun and exciting things you said that's going on in the next couple weeks.
A few things coming up. On May 7th, we have Art in the Park in Lawrence, so definitely check that out.
Okay. Also, finals, that's not fun, but that's going on starting May 8th. Do you have any finals that you're nervous about?
No, nothing I'm super nervous about, but,
Yeah.
I mean, you still got to do it. You still got to test, so.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I just had my last kind of final exam. Other than that, it's just papers. So.
Oh yeah, ton of papers. Yeah.
Definitely, we'll be going to the writing center after next week.
Yeah, so, for sure. And then on May 12th is obviously when school is up and the semester is over.
Yes.
So exciting for me. My freshman year is done.
Oh yeah, congratulations.
So yeah, no, it's
Yay.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm excited. Do you have any summer plans or anything like that since it's our last show?
Well, I'm going home for a few weeks, back to Dallas, and then I start my internship in El Segundo, California, and I'll be doing consumer marketing, so I'm very nervous about that because I'll be doing like video and how everything is supposed to sync for like commercials and stuff.
Right.
So, and it's like the real, everything that you like see on TV, so. Just wish me good luck.
Yeah, no, yeah, we all wish you good luck. Where is, kind of in California, where is that at?
It's about 45 minutes outside of LA, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're gonna be living, me and some of the other interns will be living on Venice Beach, so we'll be like really close to the beach and everything, so I'm very excited about that.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, no big deal.
I will be staying in Kansas all summer.
Okay.
I am going to Denver with Spencer on the show, so that's exciting.
That's fun.
We're doing that over the 4th of July just to kind of get away, relax. So yeah.
Are you gonna bring Boo with you?
No, because he's very bad with car rides, so we'll not bring Boo.
Poor Boo. Well, in world news, speaking of LA, Beyonce and Jay-Z, they're prepping for their twins, and they will be moving to Los Angeles from New York. So hopefully I get to see them, just strolling down, but I doubt that I will. I hope, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Other world news, I don't know, this week a lot of ESPN employees were laid off due to numerous reasons, so I'm sure that we'll touch on that a little bit in the news segment.
Yeah. And we also colored our hair, so if you notice.
For the last show.
Yeah, just for the last show. We wanted to switch it up a little bit.
Go lighter, I went grayer, so
yeah.
It works out, it works out.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so stay tuned after the break and we will hear from Spencer with the news.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, and camera 2.
All right, guys, welcome back.
Welcome to Media Crossroads. Located on the second floor of Anschutz Library sits an immersive learning experience like no other. So what is Media Crossroads? A chance to try something new. The opportunity to step in and learn. Going behind the scenes, or maybe giving it a shot in front of the camera.
Good evening, guys, and welcome into Playmaker Central. I'm Lydia Taylor.
Under the direction of instructor Cal Butcher, Media Crossroads provides students with the chance to learn by doing.
You're going to start here just so see that you're on.
So what is Media Crossroads? Well, stop by. Come see for yourself.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Welcome back to Off the Boulevard. This is Spencer, and I have your news. The state of Kansas has continuously struggled to find answers to their budget crisis. Yet Governor Brownback is still asking lawmakers for more money. On Thursday afternoon, during a joint meeting of the House and Senate committees, Brownback requested $24 million for over the next 2 years. The money will be used to continue efforts of gun control in the state, specifically to keep people from carrying concealed firearms into state mental hospitals. The state hospitals included in the plan are Larned and Osawatomie. As a handful of the funding will go to medical directors and other security measures, the majority will be used to pay all 180 full-time security guards and ensure they each have firearms. That alone will cost $11.7 million a year in ongoing costs. The KU Memorial Union has been seeking a renovation project over the last 4 years. Last week, students, faculty, and staff voted, but the outcome was unsuccessful to pass the project. Redo Your U is a student outreach team that has pushed the $45 million project. A recent media release from the KU Memorial Union stated that the student outreach team met with over 80 student groups across campus to talk about the need for both critical renovations to infrastructure as well as pragmatic requirements of a modern campus and what a revitalized union means to the university. Colin Cox, Executive Outreach Director of the Redo Your U, is disappointed with the outcome, but is committed to ensure a future renovation. Top Kansas lawmakers have been searching for ways to put more money in public schools and help the climate of those schools in the state of Kansas. The Senate's majority leader suggested that the state impose an extra fee on utility bills. The plan would charge $3 to residential customers on each of their water, electric, and natural gas bills. But the price for businesses would be higher and a little different. Jim Denning, Overland Park Republican, is seeking for $10 million per month, $10 per month as a flat rate. Kansas is still projected to face shortfalls totaling an $889 million through June 2019. That will wrap up our news segment. Stay tuned for the Struggle Bus.
Hi guys, welcome back to the Struggle Bus, Population Me. My name is Samantha and we're outside Anschutz Library today talking to students about what it's like to get sick before finals. It can be an extremely stressful time, and so of course colds and fevers and other illnesses come up, and so we're talking about strategies to best prevent these illnesses as well as to combat them. Ever gotten sick before finals?
Yeah, I actually had pneumonia last year, and that was my freshman year of college, and I had pneumonia right before finals, and so it was a really rough time.
How did you study then? Did you take your finals at the same time, or were they delayed?
No, I had to take the finals at the same time. Unfortunately, my professors wouldn't let me cancel or retake them or anything. So I had to take naps in between and just try my best to get better and study at the same time.
Have you ever been sick before a final exam?
Well, this is my freshman year, and I have not yet, but that's fingers crossed because I don't want to get sick before finals. But I know a lot of people do, so.
It was rough. I was very tired.
Did it affect your studying at all?
Yeah, I'd say I needed more coffee.
Have you ever been sick before a final exam?
Right now I am sick, yeah, and finals are in about 2 weeks, so.
Do you think professors make it easy to catch up in class when you miss it and do get sick, or do you think it's kind of, you're just out of luck?
I think it's all up to you. I don't think the professors care that much.
I think maybe if they just like say, hey, this is what you missed in class, because a lot of times when you email them and say, hey, I'm going to be sick, they're like, I mean, you're just going to miss clicker points or whatever. So if they're like, hey, this is what you missed.
What are some tips do you think to recovering from getting sick?
Get enough sleep and drink a lot of water. I know a lot of people are like, oh, before finals I have to stay up really late to study, and they get behind on sleep, and I think that that's critical in building up your immune system is getting enough sleep.
I think sleeping, those little naps when I had time, that helped the most. Eating healthy, and of course, like watching myself and taking care of myself more than before I put school or anything else was the biggest priority.
What do you do to kind of take care of yourself when you do get sick?
Carry around lots of tissues, drink lots of water.
How do you think being sick in college differs from being sick in high school?
In high school, I had my mom, and that was always nice because I could go to bed and sleep all day, and the teachers wouldn't really care that I was missing class. I would just get it the next day. In college, you get so far behind, and you can't really catch up. You're by yourself if you're out of state like I am. So the biggest thing, yeah, you don't have your mom to take care of you. It's by yourself. You taking care of yourself. So you always have to make sure to take care of yourself before anything else.
That's been another episode of The Struggle Bus. My name's Samantha, and just a friendly reminder, it's always important to hydrate, get enough sleep during finals, and make sure you're not sharing drinks.
Where you go to college makes a statement about you. This place will become a part of you, your identity for life. The University of Kansas, a great place to be you.
Hey guys, welcome back. Nick couldn't be with us today, so I'm going to kind of share his journey for you guys and kind of give you what he wanted to say as our last show. So for today, as we wrap up things and the semester comes to an end, I'd like to conclude with my own personal story and future goals, hoping to continue to follow me as I will be graduating in a couple of weeks and moving back to Chicago to study fashion. If you were here from the beginning, Off the Boulevard, I was interviewed about my clothing brand. To give you a refresher, I have my own fashion line that is labeled Brady in reference to my last name and the logo with an E with a dash over it. I started my label to emphasize handmade and homemade clothing. Something that plagues fashion is mass production. I do just about everything when it comes to products. I dye my t-shirts, I print the t-shirts, and I hope to eventually do everything from scratch. What I hope to emphasize is that we don't know the true consequences of clothing. Do you know who actually made your clothes? Do you know how much you paid for them? Do you know if these people who were provided good working conditions? Do you know what happens to your clothing after you throw it away or give it away? I won't give you those answers because I want you to search for them and care about something that we use every day, clothing. That is part of my mission, to reduce fast fashion, but also to tell different stories. My first collection was Sad and Rich, inspired simply by the colors of blue and green. It was an enjoyable experience having the collection mostly consist of dyed and printed shirts, along with clothing like jackets from thrift stores that I altered. I was about to release a new collection last semester and then ran into a wall. I had both financial and personal problems that stirred me away from the direction I was hoping to achieve. This is something to consider when you're trying to run your own business. Problems will arise and you should always be prepared. I know I will be next time. It's also important to have a team that you can rely on. I love doing everything on my own, but the balance of self-production and teamwork is highly important for the success of your product. If you've gained anything from watching my segment, I hope that fashion isn't just for the rich or snobby people. It isn't something that you can attain or enjoy no matter who you are or what you might look like. It's important to look good so you can feel good and having fun while doing it. I will dearly miss you all, along with the team here at Off the Boulevard. To end my segment and transition into sports, we are previewing a video of our previous guest, KU senior Megan Murphy, covering her recent art expedition at the Union Gallery. The short film was edited and produced by our own Nick Merrick. I will see you when I see KU. Rock Chalk, Jayhawks. Brady Fashion out.
All right, welcome back to Off the Boulevard. I'm Jacob Sperry. My co-host Nick Merrick decided on sleep over sports today. So here I am in Lawrence, Kansas all alone, although it looks like I'm in Philadelphia as I am on the draft set for the NFL draft. Today in sports, Kansas baseball has now won 5 of its last 6 games and has now moved above the 500 mark for the first time all season to 21-20. And 8-7 in Big 12 play. They took 2 out of 3 earlier in the week from Oklahoma down in Norman and won the last 2 games the last couple days in Phoenix against Grand Canyon University. So a huge series coming up this weekend against Baylor. That'll be at Hoagland, so you guys should all get out there this weekend. It's a huge series as Kansas pushes toward maybe a postseason berth if they can continue to win late in the season. In other Kansas sporting news, Charlie Moore announced early, I believe last week, that he was transferring to KU from UC Berkeley. There's Charlie right there. He'll add great backcourt presence for the Jayhawks after he sits out this upcoming season, hopefully filling in for Devontae Graham, but he averaged 12.2 points a game last year for Cal and was a true freshman. So great transfer there, another really big pickup for Bill Self. As most of you know, and we're hopefully tuning into last night, in professional news, the NFL draft look, I'm here right now, happened last night. Myles Garrett, of course, going number 1 to the Browns, which a lot of people expected that to happen. Pretty much a great pick for the Browns as they got Jabril Peppers in the late first round, so their defense hopefully will be shored up, and maybe the Browns can win more than 1 game next season. A lot of Chicago Bears fans, including Nick Brady, who also chose sleep over fashion today, Nick Brady, not too thrilled with the Bears pick of Trubisky from North Carolina, a great quarterback with a strong arm, but a very interesting pick for them at number 2. Rounding out the top 5, we had Solomon Thomas going to the 49ers from Stanford. 4th from LSU, Leonard Fournette went to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and Corey Davis, the wide receiver from Western Michigan, broke out the top 5, going to the Tennessee Titans. Very interesting draft, a lot of interesting picks that happened. And one of the most interesting picks actually went to the Kansas City Chiefs. Familiar foe to the Kansas football team, Patrick Mahomes III, was drafted by the Kansas City Chiefs to back up Alex Smith probably for a season or 2 while they prime him and get him ready to go, maybe to fill in that starting position as the Chiefs, they have issues in the playoffs scoring points, and a lot of people attest that to Alex Smith's performance. In a little bit sadder news in the sports world, ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports, laid off 100 on-air employees over the week, which sent sound waves and shock waves through the sports world. Jason Stark, an MLB analyst of over 17 years, was laid off. He was a great analyst. Trent Dilfer of the NFL, familiar with Dilfer's Dimes, was also laid off, amongst many others. ESPN taking a lot of backlash for doing this, but they say they need to revamp their on-air talent, and so we'll see how that plays out for ESPN. But, very sad news. A lot of families are affected by this, so I wish all the best to them. Over the weekend, professional sports still happening. NBA playoffs will be on. A couple big Game 6s tonight. Also the NHL playoffs continuing in the second round. But other than that, what an awesome semester here on Off the Boulevard, and thank you all who tuned in to our show. And everybody get out to Hoagland this weekend to watch the Jayhawks baseball team, and the NFL draft second and third rounds are tonight. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next semester.